Now, every once in a while, I'll browse through the aisles at Costco, and this time around I found a real hidden gem. This pack of 3 headlamps was very inexpensive. We'll talk about that in a minute. And it comes included with both alkaline batteries as well as rechargeable battery packs. Let's see if it really is worth what I paid for it. So this isn't exactly a conventional flashlight review, right? I just want to see what we have available. Is this even kind of in the ballpark of something I would want to consider? And of course, this is me opening it for the very first time, so it's more of an unboxing. We'll see what's going on. Make sure I don't lose anything in this box. I'm going to keep it for reference material. I think we're going to need it. But what had me very interested was a couple of things. And these are the things you should look for if you are buying flashlights in a store, because quite often these features are missing. Number 1, a proper waterproof rating. So this is an IPX7, meaning that this is waterproof enough that if your bag that you're keeping for emergency gear is submerged in your basement because there's water coming in or whatever, this flashlight will not die just by being in that water. IPX7 means that it will last at 1 meter of water, which is 3 feet or a little bit more than 3 feet, for half an hour before it starts getting water inside the case. That's what they're rating it at. And that's a pretty decent rating and plenty good enough. In fact, far better than what most flashlights are. So that's already a really, really good start. The other thing is I have visited Coast at SHOT Show last year, and I have to say that they are dramatically improving on their designs. So they are definitely taking it up a notch, and I think this is no exception. It looks like it has a variety of different emitter options, which I really like. So let's get this out of there. There's 1, 2, 3. Now, a couple of things. So it comes with a package of AAA alkalines, but I'm more curious to see how this rechargeable battery pack works. Okay, that's really cool. So it's a Type-C rechargeable battery pack that gives another option, and I really, really like that. So looks like I'm gonna go, is it the same? Yeah, okay, I see. Let's see if I did this right. Yeah, should be right. There you go. Or did I put it in the, yeah, the wrong way. There we go. And let's go ahead and turn it on. Okay, this drives me crazy, but it's not gonna be the end of the world. It's something that I have a beef with Coast on. I don't think there is a justifiable reason for coming in on the medium mode anytime. There's no context in which you want exactly the medium mode. It's better to go low, medium, and high, or high, medium, and low, depending on the type of light that you are. In fact, they kind of figured that out because they have this thing called the arc on the side, and that starts on its high mode, which is a little strange, and then cycles down to its low. So high, and then low. So in retrospect, that probably should have been low to high, and then anyway, it's a little bit strange, I will admit. So let's go to the front emitter one more time. So it starts on what they're calling a medium mode, then a spot, which switches to the other, then both together, so that's the maximum output, and then it goes to its lowest setting, which is a little strange. Now, the one thing I'm not sure about, give me a second, I'm actually gonna take a minute to read through this, make sure I understand how to access the red and green. Give me a second. All right, good. I just wanted to make sure I understood this. Excuse me. So the side emitters, which they're calling the arc, okay? They kind of give you peripheral light, which I do like that quite a bit. They also, if you turn it off, you can hold press and it will give you a red or green light. Now, this isn't going to be useful for everything, but if you're trying to maintain your night vision, both of these are going to do that. So pretty cool. Something also of note, and this is true for I've seen a lot of new flashlights from Coast. You don't have to cycle through the entire set to turn it off. Now, it is simple enough that you could just hand it to someone. They don't have to know how it is because you could just cycle through it and it goes to off as part of that. Or you can leave it on the mode that you have for a few seconds. I'm not exactly sure how long, but then when you click it, it should turn off from that mode. So that's pretty normal for Coast and their setup. So construction-wise, I think it's actually pretty decent. Do I agree that they should they do it the mode set in that order? No. Is this easy enough for anyone to use? Absolutely. And it also looks like, yes, it does. It has a little tilt setup so you can have it adjust the way it should for headlamps. I like this. And I want to reiterate that this setup, including 9 AAAs, comes out to be $30. So $30, 3 charging cords, or is it, yeah, 3 charging cords, 3 headbands, 3 headlamps with rechargeable Type-C batteries so you can swap them in and out. I would probably leave the rechargeable inside. I would keep the alkaline separately, and then I would have it as a backup. This actually by itself is a phenomenal kickstart to anybody's emergency kit. I want to reiterate that many of the flashlights you will buy in store are not actually waterproof and therefore could never be a good option for an emergency flashlight. You want to prepare for the worst case scenario with your gear. You can't have it sitting in a bag getting wet and all of a sudden everything inside is ruined. That's unacceptable for an emergency kit. And so at the very minimum, you should have at least an IPX7 rating. It could also be an IPX8 rating, which is a little bit better, IP67 or IP68. Those 4 are what you're looking for when you are kind of finding a flashlight for your emergency kit. But if you see these in your Costco, I was going to try to put a link online, but it doesn't appear I can find it right now. You probably want to snap these up. I would imagine the price is going to go up, but at what is essentially $10 per flashlight, including a rechargeable battery and spare alkalines, I'm not actually sure there's a cheaper and better option currently that you can find anywhere. I genuinely don't know if there is one. So I know that if you were to buy this from Costco and you're not a member, it's going to be a little bit more expensive, but I cannot seem to find it listed. If you can, let me know down in the comments. But as always, I mean, this is definitely a hidden gem, and I'm very happy that we were able to find it. So thank you guys for your time, and we'll talk again soon.